Welcome to the Module 7 Lesson 10 application problem. Now today is May 4th, which is one of my favorite days of the year because I get to tell you, may the 4th be with you. Any day of the year you can use a Star Wars reference is an amazing day. So may the 4th be with you today. Now something we did in class was we used to share jokes every day. And I was able to get back into the classroom and grab our joke teller. So today, from May 4th, how come Humpty Dumpty wasn't looking forward to winter? Well, because he had such a great fall. Now, the season fall comes before winter, so having such a great fall means you don't want winter to come. But we know that Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall and broke his crown. His head, his whole body. So he had a great fall, and fall was very great for him. I love these jokes. Anyway, continuing on with May the 4th be with you's lesson. Our application problem asks a very specific question. So it refers back to area. Now remember, when you're trying to find the area of a shape, you have to do the height multiplied by the length, or the height by the width, or side length by side length. Okay, and we always talk about it in square units, whether it's square inches, square centimeters, whatever we're measuring in, because that's how many squares would fill the inside of a shape. So, our application problem says that Trista uses all 7 of her tangram pieces to make a square as shown. This is a square. Now, if this is 4 inches long, being that it's a square, this is 4 inches as well. So to find the area of the entire shape, I would multiply 4 times 4 and get 16 square inches. This takes 16 square inches to fill up. But our question asks, what is the total area of the 2 triangles? Now, if you fold this shape in half, these 2 triangles take up half the shape. So what is half of 16, or what is 16 divided into 2 groups? Each group would have 8 square inches. So the area of the 2 triangles is 8 square inches, because 8 square inches plus 8 square inches equals the full 16 square inches that fill the inside of this square. Taking that knowledge, we need to figure out the difference between the area, which is the inside of the shape, and the perimeter, which is the outside boundary of a shape. So this cardstock here I measured as 8 inches by 5 inches. So to find the area, I simply multiplied 5 times 8, which gave me 40 square inches. To fill the inside of this card, it would take 40 square inches. Now, to find the outside boundary of this shape, if I took a string and started here and wrapped it around all 4 sides, it would be 8 inches plus another 5 inches plus another 8 inches plus another 5 inches. So to find the outside boundary of a shape, you add the length together. So 8 plus 8 is 16, 5 plus 5 is 10, and if you add 16 and 10 together, you get 26 inches. Now remember, the middle area is written in square units. The outside boundary is not, because we're not saying how many squares it would take to wrap the outside. We're saying how many units would it take, how many inches, how many centimeters. In this case, it would take 8 plus 5 plus 8 plus 5 more inches to wrap the entire outside boundary. So the area is 40 square inches inside. The outside boundary, or the perimeter, is 26 inches. Now, when we're looking at our debrief questions, we have to figure out, if I cut a section out of this shape and I moved it over, I've changed the perimeter, but have I changed the area? So to be more specific, if I took my shape and I used scissors, and I cut out a section of it here, and I simply moved this to this side, have I changed the amount of area inside this shape? Have I changed the outside boundary of my shape? I want you to take a piece of paper or cardstock or sticky note, anything you have lying around. Measure the outside perimeter, figure out what the area of that paper is, figure out what the perimeter of that paper is, and experiment. Cut a piece off, move it to the other side, and see if the area has changed and see if the perimeter has changed. I will walk you through these steps in our debrief. I'll see you then.